Hello followers of Synergy channel, welcome back to another video. Sorry for the long upload, but today we will be comparing our Japanese SUV cars, our Lexus and our Acura. Behind me I have my father's Lexus 450 HL, and this is my friend's Acura.
Already starting off with the Lexus, this is a 22 450 HL. It's a hybrid 3-row as well. Blizzard white pearl exterior. For headlights, since this is the luxury trim, we do have triple beam headlights with fog lights as standard. Moving over, we have 20-inch rims in this luxury line running on Michelin's 255 20-inch rims. Mirrors, these are aftermarket carbon fiber caps, but the mirrors are heated, LED turn signal, 360 view camera, and then auto dimming as well as blind spot monitoring. Moving forward, you can see this is the hybrid. It is not a plug-in hybrid, however. Moving on to the taillights, they're full LED brake light, turn signal, and reverse light. Being the L, we do have a slightly longer roof line with the exposed wiper instead of the hidden one. Moving into the interior on the luxury trim, we have full semi-aniline leather seats on the luxury trim. You can distinct that by the stitching. Seats are 14-way power fi adjusting, as well as 4-way lumbar. On the door panel, we have 3-person memory trim, and then all of this is exclusive to the luxury trim. Starting with the interior, we have a wood and leather heated steering wheel. This wood is exclusive to the luxury trim. You can tell by the Sapele inner linings. Gauge cluster, we have a 4.3-inch digital gauge cluster with all your safety features, infotainment. Up here as well, we also have a heads-up display. It's hard to show up on camera. This being the luxury trim, you do have the 12.3-inch infotainment system with the Mark Levinson audio system. And then for the infotainment, we do have a wireless phone charger hidden below. Transmission's 8-speed auto with a manual gear shifter. We also have the Lexus remote touch interface, which also controls the infotainment system. Eco, normal, and sport driving modes. A standard side sunroof. Moving into the cargo area behind the third row, you can tell there's not a lot of room, and then the headlights on the dude row actually do extend all the way up to the roof. So tight space is a little limited. I would save this third row for kids or in a pinch. Under the hood of this 450 HL, we have a 3.5-liter V6 running on Atkinson cycle, combined with the Lexus hybrid drive system, 2 electric motors, combining to produce 308 horsepower. Average fuel economy is going to be 29 miles per gallon combined, 29 city, 28 highway. Alrighty, driving off in the 22 450 HL. This is a hybrid. So the powertrain is very smooth, very quiet, very efficient. Road noise wise, the RX 350 does outcompete the MDX in terms of noise. There's less road noise and wind noise. Handling, the MDX is definitely going to beat the Lexus. The MDX just feels more nimble, lighter, and is a little bit more responsive to the wheel. Alrighty, for the hybrid drivetrain, right now we're in eco mode. We're just running on pure electric power at low speeds up to 25 miles per hour. Being a hybrid, it does operate in regen mode as well. Every time you step on the brakes, it recovers energy to charge the battery, as you can see shown on the energy monitor. Powertrain is very smooth, extremely quiet. This is a CVT transmission as well in the hybrid model. So if your goal is for comfort, quietness, and efficiency, I think the RX 450H will be a great fit for you. Infotainment-wise, with the luxury package and navigation package, you have a 12.3-inch display that is a touchscreen on 2020 and above. This particular model has the 15-speaker Mark Levinson audio system, and it is superb. It is clear, great audio quality, low compression. Some of the best audio you will find in the business. I will say, however, the MDX is very close with the ELS audio system by Acura. It does have roof-mounted speakers as well, which the Lexus does not have. Moving on to the 2022 MDX, we have dual eye LED headlights standard on every model. However, fog lights for this generation between 22 and 24 were only available on the Advanced. Moving to the side, we have 20-inch aluminum rims running on Bridgestone Atlantic tires. These are 255 width tires. On the side we can see these chrome accents, roof racks only on the advanced model again. Fuel filler is on the right. And then we also do have full LED tail lights, turn signals, and running lights. The cargo area is a lot more spacious than the RX 450h. A little bit more room behind the third row, as well as more room in the third row as well. To demonstrate how much easier it is to get into the third row of the MDX, push button release, seat automatically folds and slides forward, allowing for easy ingress and egress. Rear seats, push button access for the MDX, and once you're in the rear seat, there's a lot more room back there. However, the MDX does not have any climate controls or vents. All MDXs come standard as a 7-passenger vehicle. This middle seat combos as a center console or an additional seat. Into the interior of the MDX, we have open pore wood trim, 3-person memory for both the driver and passenger side, which is not available in the RX 450h. ELS 16-speaker audio system. Seats are full Milano leather seats on the advanced trim. 16-way power adjusting, and then additionally powered bolsters, which are lacking in the RX. Alrighty, on the interior of the MDX, we have a full leather heated steering wheel, again only on the advanced trim. A lot of piano black plastic trim, so this is a little prone to scratching. We have our dynamic drive mode button here, which adjusts your driving mode, turn, or you can enter for individual drive mode. The gear shifter is Honda's and Acura's standard push button. We have a 10-speed automatic transmission. Moving to your reverse camera, you do have 3 different modes, as well as 360 view and trajectory, again only on MDX to advance. Dashboard is covered in full leatherette, again more open wood pore trim, piano gloss black, and then we have soft touch leatherette running all through the sides. Okay. All right, ready? Mm-hmm. So the MDX on Tech and Advance, you do have ambient lighting running throughout the cabin, as well as the doors and the cup holders. Looking above, you do have a panoramic sunroof, again standard on all MDXs, not available in the RX 450h. Alrighty, setting off in the MDX, we have the tried and true 3.5 liter V6 from Honda, again with the 10-speed transmission. What you'll notice about the MDX while driving it is it's a lot more nimble, a lot quicker to respond in the steering wheel. It's a more sporty vehicle. It comes standard with a double wishbone suspension, and then on the advanced trim, we actually do have adaptive dampers, so they adjust based off your driving mode and conditions to either soften or tighten up the handling a little bit. Alrighty, setting off in the MDX, we have the tried and true 3.5 liter V6 from Honda, again with the 10-speed transmission. What you'll notice about the MDX while driving it is it's a lot more nimble, a lot quicker to respond in the steering wheel. It's a more sporty vehicle. It comes standard with a double wishbone suspension, and then on the advanced trim, we actually do have adaptive dampers, so they adjust based off your driving mode and conditions to either soften or tighten up the handling a little bit. Moving on to entertainment, we have a 12.3-inch display. However, this is not a touchscreen. Acura uses a 1-to-1 true touch system, which uses this trackpad, not as a mouse, but as a display from your finger to the screen. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is standard. And on the advanced trim, we have the ELS 3D surround sound system with speakers on the roof of the vehicle. And that was a little sample of the audio system. On the MDX, the speakers are a hair better in my personal opinion. There's a lot more punch. Clarity is very similar between the both. However, the extra roof speakers on the MDX do provide a superb experience. As you can see on the display, these are the adjustments for the 16-way power seats, again only on the advanced model. We have power adjusting bolsters, lumbar, 4-way lumbar, and power thigh extension. Alrighty, setting off in the MDX for some hard acceleration. As you can see, it's down drifted. The transmission is buttery smooth. Shifts happen pretty quickly. There is a little delay sometimes when you're trying to merge, but there's sufficient power. The vehicle never feels underpowered, but the vehicle is not going to be the most dynamic in terms of acceleration. Comfort-wise, the MDX does have an extremely smooth ride, but it lacks in terms of noise. The interior cabin is not as quiet as the 450h or even the standard 350 in that case. Road imperfections are very well muted. However, the RX just feels a little bit more solid, a little bit more compliant. Wrapping it up, the MDX is going to be your choice if you want more room for your family, a more dynamic driving experience, and more high-tech features. The RX 350HL, fuel efficient, a little tight on room, superb drive quality. So it really comes down to your choice on what you think, sport or luxury.
Thank you, Father and Son Chandler, for watching our video today. We hope you enjoyed it on the comparison of the Acura MDX and the Lexus 400HL. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. And please tell us how we did on the video. Thank you so much. See you again soon. Bye-bye.